All right, then, pals. Welcome to Milo Show. This is Milo, of course, and so this is like our live program, our weekly live program, which I'm supposed to run every week. For those of you following the previous episode of Milo Show, you must probably know what I'm focused about and what sort of program I'm trying to make. And today, we gonna be focused on a very specific topic, maybe the biggest and the most affected topic that has somehow changed our lifestyle based on the things happening in the world. The COVID still exists in the society. There are like so many bars and nightclubs they closed, and there are so many people who previously who were working in music industry. They somehow lost their jobs, or they have a new situation that they're supposed to deal with. Today we're going to discuss the new situation, and we're trying to answer the question like how the future looks like. I have a very special guest, Alex, who is the sound technician and the DJ at two well-known bars in Stockholm, Harry James and Anchor. I think he's been doing this for a couple of years, and everyone who's somehow interested in metal music know Alex quite well. I actually spotted that Alex is sort of popular since the post I shared on Facebook got so many comments and likes, and people start talking about it. And Alex is a sort of a big and like a well-known and popular sort of face. So first things first, hi Alex, and welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you.
Yeah, I'm very pleased to have you around. Thank you for accepting to be the guest of the show.
Sure.
I hope everything's all right. Alex, the first question would be, as you most probably know, these like a COVID-19 situation has changed so many routines, laws, and the lifestyle that people used to have. In Stockholm, we don't have the quarantine. People are still out. Like today is like Saturday. You and me gonna be in Pop Anchor after the show.
Yeah.
Uh, it's like maybe like Sweden is somehow like different with some other countries, but let's just be focused on Sweden and Stockholm. How you see the new situation, like how the COVID-19 has affected you as a DJ and sound technician. Before you answer this question, I would like to remind everyone's watching this program that the program is like broadcasted online through YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. So in case you guys got any question or if you want to express yourself, please feel free, put a comment. I will ask the question and I will like show your comments on the program. So basically, you can somehow participate with the show, with the things happening during the program. So, Alex, how you see the new situations?
Well, thanks. That's a small question. Uh,
It's a very general question, I guess. Yeah.
yeah, everything's changed. We have to find new ways to do everything. And I mean, before this, live streaming a concert wasn't really something that was an option, but now it's like the new norm. And I think that's going to stay and change everything. Uh, I mean, we
And
have to find.
personally, do you struggle with the job? Like, you were like supposed to maybe like I know some people they're working like in much more hours. There are people who lost their job totally. Like
Yeah,
personally, you still working, right?
yeah.
I mean, it didn't affect you. You're one of those people. I think you still have.
I'm one of the lucky ones, yes, because
Yeah,
I
but
work for Kulturhuset.
how was the yeah in Culture House for those of
Yeah.
you talking English? Yeah, there's like a place in at the center of Stockholm called Culture House. How it affected you? I mean, in terms of like a time working, you're supposed to work more or you have like a few hours.
During the spring, I only worked, I think it was like 1 day a week doing a streaming live show, and the
Mhm.
rest of the time we were pretty much ordered to stay at home. So yeah, we
Yeah,
worked a lot less.
yeah, I can tell. The second question would be, like talking about the people actually doing the same jobs, like maybe your coworkers, colleagues. How's the environment? Like how the people like you think about the current situation and how they see the future. They should be like a sort of like a stressful sort of situation for them, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it is. I mean, a lot of my colleagues, they have like zero jobs,
Hmm.
um, and it's been that way since March. And
Yeah.
they don't really get any help because all of them are self-employed, freelance, and there's no backup for the for that. Sadly enough.
Alex, during like in the past like a previous episode of the Milo Show, we had some musicians, like people who were focused on making music, albums, and like go for gigs and stuffs.
Yeah,
Um, this is the first time actually we have like a sound technician in this program, and someone is actually doing the DJ things at the rock bars. Those people saying like the new situation. I mean, some of them, not all. So they were saying like this is a new situation. We're not just saying like it's bad or like we losing the job. It's a new situation. It's a new opportunities to like make something like make the music online, and there are gonna be more people watching our stuffs through internet. We got like more viewers, and it's not necessarily bad for the business. You personally, as someone who been working as a sound technician and a DJ at Harry James and Pop Anchor and some other places like Culture House, how you evaluate the situation, how the COVID-19 has affected these specific part of the music industry. As I said, I'm talking about the sound technicians, DJs, etc., etc.
well, we don't have any concerts anymore, really, so that affects everything. But I think it's gonna have to, like, the whole business is going to have to find new ways to do everything, because I don't think this is going to go away, or it's going to be this is going to be the new normal somehow. I
Mhm.
guess.
Yeah, the thing is, the next, I mean, what I was wondering is like, since the COVID-19 came, there were like so many people trying to listen to music or somehow watch the gigs online. There are like so many, maybe like, old generation, they're trying to learn somehow how to use the YouTube things, how to use the Instagram and some other online platforms. Um, how it works with the person with the DJ, I mean, with the sound technicians. I was just wondering, like, maybe you guys can have like somehow like online DJ mastering, like online events. Have you ever thought about run something online that is like somehow affected and like related to the things that you're doing? I mean, just let me just give you some example. For
Yeah.
example, like,
Okay.
running a show, and you're the DJ. You really have you. I mean, you choose the playlist or somehow like change the music in the way that people like. And of course, since it's online, you somehow use the comments of the audiences and change the music in the way they ask for. So, have you
Sure.
ever thought to run such a things?
To do it online.
To do something online, yeah, specifically for
Uh,
the COVID-19 period.
well, not really DJing, but I
Mhm.
mean, doing concerts and stuff like that, we do online.
Yeah.
But I don't know how. Not sure how it would work. But yeah, of course you could DJ online.
Mhm.
Just making like an internet event of it. But I haven't thought about it. No.
The point is, as I said, it's a new like a situation we're experiencing, and people supposed to like adapt themselves and like change the career somehow. And
Yeah.
I was just watching some DJs, like, I think they were from UK. They were trying to have some like, live shows and try to show the techniques of the DJing, the things they were doing previously in bars and pubs. Now they're trying to do this online and try to communicate with the audiences. So
That's a
I
good
think,
idea.
yeah, the thing is, like, in Sweden, we don't have the quarantine. So maybe it's not like that necessary for most of the people to do so, because people still
No.
can go out. Yeah. But still, I mean, it's not a bad idea to have those things, since as I said, this COVID's gonna stay for a long, long, long time. So and there's no like future that is gonna disappear from the society. So what do you think about these new ideas of like run the shows and stuff through the internet?
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I think that's kind of what we have to do. I
Mhm.
mean, we have to evolve the whole business, and that's one way of doing it. So absolutely.
So, generally speaking, how COVID-19 affected music industry, you think? Let's talk about Sweden, not other countries.
Okay. Well, I mean, a lot of artists kind of took this time to make new albums and stuff like that, like work on new projects, which is probably good. But
Mhm.
I mean, there isn't any music business in Sweden right now at all. Everything's pretty much closed.
But don't you think like people who previously could not go out, like old sort of people, or like maybe kids under 18, they can, well, they have like a chances to watch the shows online.
Yeah,
I had it, like, as I said, in the previous programs, I'm trying to be focused on some of the like artists who try to have gigs online, where there's no audiences, but it was broadcasted through Facebook and some other platforms, and there was like thousands of people watch it. So they're actually, the most interesting and important part is how the new situation can affect or like give opportunities to people who work at the backside of the stage, people like you, who are always like a sound technicians and DJs.
yeah.
Do you think like on this new situation can have somehow opportunity for people like you, or just like threats and like people are losing the jobs and they're just like bad disastrous happening to the people like you?
Of course, there's opportunities. Doing live stream concerts was like something that I had never done before, and I kind of had to learn how to do it. So
Yeah,
yeah, there are opportunities, but not as many as used to exist.
yeah. One more question is like, do you see or do you feel any sort of changes in people behaviors at the bars you work in? Because I mean, some people they've lost their jobs, some people lost their loved ones, and
Yeah,
at Anchor, for example, or like Harry B. James, people are supposed to sit. I mean, it's sort of bizarre in a rock bar to sit and
yeah.
watch the gigs, like a rock performance while you're seated. Do you see, or do you feel, or did you spot any sort of like changes in people behaviors? People are more stressful or more friendly.
People are more careful, but not as much as they should be,
Hmm.
I think. And the drunker they get, the less careful they are. Obviously.
Yeah. Magic power of alcohol, I guess.
Yes, definitely.
But you didn't have any problem with like people, like I'm talking about the COVID time. The people like being more stressful or like more aggressive, expecting something
No,
strange.
yeah, well, no one. I've never really met anyone that's been aggressive about it because, I mean, what are you going to do? It's out of your
Mhm.
control. So I think more that people feel, well, they lost their job, they get depressed. I mean, it's pretty hard times for a lot of
Yeah.
people.
The next question would be how you think this COVID-19 would affect the industry for, as I said, sound technicians and DJs in future. Like, as I said, there's like so many people that lost their jobs. And there is possibility like people who would like to be in this specific career, like be the DJ or like sound technicians. They might think again because the situation is like, I mean, we're supposed to deal with the new situations, they're
Yeah.
not much jobs as it used to be. How do you think this COVID has affected the future of the DJ careers and sound technician careers? Tough questions, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah.
Uh, well, it really has affected everything. I mean, it's affected the whole culture, the whole country, the whole world. So, of course, it's going to affect us too. But I don't know, getting into the music business right now doesn't seem like the best idea.
Yeah. 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 I was just like reading an article, I think it was in New York Times, saying like the number of people trying to be focused on music is just like dramatically has gone down. There's like a few people would like to be an artist or like musicians, comparing to like a previous times. But as I said, like we don't have any specific statistics or like studies about the DJs, sound technicians, people work at the bars, people work at the backstage.
Yeah,
You know what? This is my personal idea. We need to find some way to make money out of the new situations. Uh, I don't know how, but like do something online and try to, as I said, raise awareness of the people about this COVID-19 situation, and then try to have the programs through the internet that might help people to see our stuffs more, and then that can help us to deal with the new situation. um yeah, maybe, as I said,
yeah.
I
I
haven't seen that much thing in Sweden, but sooner or later I guess it would come somehow to the country. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of shows are live streamed and have like a small audience at the same time. And you could, well, you could, I mean, you can charge for people watching live streams.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's one
uh,
way.
yeah, personally, I think, as I said, it's a new chance for the people who never had a good relationship with the internet to
Yeah.
discover what's happening. And if you have something to offer, you can just like broadcast your stuffs I mean, worldwide, globally. So there's gonna be so many people like on the other side of the planet watching your stuffs. One personal questions, if you wanna answer that question. There are
Okay.
like so many people they lost their jobs, but you haven't. Any specific reason for it?
uh, yeah, because I had a 6-month contract at Kulturhuset, and
Is it
they
the only one? Is it the only reason?
no, but my
The
boss
contract?
asked me in February
Mhm.
if I wanted to work the whole year, so I got a longer contract.
Well, that's not the answer. That's not the answer, I guess. The answer is
This is my
you're
answer.
good enough, Alex. You're good enough.
Yeah,
People likes you, and they would like you to be around. Like personally, I think since you came back to Pop Anchor, the quality of the music being played over there has gone up, and I was just keep saying to everyone like I like the music being playing, and
that's good.
personally, I prefer like the whole night be run by the music that you play rather than those like a cover gigs that we all fed up watching them all the time. Yeah, but yeah, I think the reason is like you're good enough. So that's what I'm saying. Like you one of those faces in Stockholm that like almost everyone who listens to metal and comes to bars and pubs know. mm, COVID-19 is an opportunity for people like you. You can just start doing something online, or maybe you can do something with the Milo Show, isn't it? Like
Yeah,
you can
of
just like
course.
run some shows online, and there's gonna be so many people can watch it online and like express and like give you feedbacks about the things that you're doing. Don't you think so?
Yeah, it could be. That sounds well. Sounds like fun. Actually,
One last question: how you see the future? Are you one of those optimistic person, or you think you're going down to the hell?
yes.
That's
I'm
not a yes or no
optimistic, and
question.
I'm
Like
going
how
to
you see
help.
the future. Is it gonna be bad, or you think it's gonna be we're gonna survive the COVID-19?
No, we're gonna survive.
Yeah, and you think everything's gonna be the same after a couple of years, or like we're gonna
No,
have a new world?
I don't think we're gonna go back to before, to how it was before. I think things
Mhm.
are gonna change a bit, but we're gonna survive.
Yeah, yeah. All right. I think that's for today. Anything in particular would you like to point out at the end of the show? Something to summarize? Are you gonna be in Anchor tonight?
Yes, of course, I'm working.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm gonna be there. So I think all the people's watching these programs and shows, most of them gonna be in Pop Anchor in a couple of hours. If you're not, if you plan to stay home, don't wear a mask and come over.
Yeah,
There's
come
gonna
on the
be
beer with us.
Yeah, Alex gonna be working tomorrow. He's gonna play some cool musics, and I'm gonna be around. I'm gonna buy you shots.
That's how you sell a program.
All right, Alex, thank you very much for being in this show. Yeah.
Yeah,
And hopefully we're gonna have, I mean, I'm gonna have you for some other interviews. And
sure.
in case something interesting happens, I'm gonna give you a shout. I know how to find you.
Anytime.
All right. Thank you very much, guys. Make sure that you subscribe me on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, and let me know what you think about the content of the program. Thank you and have a nice one. Thanks.